dynasty in the making. We're the royalty. Now we're breaking down the enemy. Move over. Super soldiers. Take a swing, I can take a hit. If we die, it's fine. We live for this. It's all for this. We're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights for the glory, for the glory. We celebrate with the city tonight. Hear the hometown cheer, it's the ultimate high for the glory. We do it for the glory. Yeah, we've waited for our time to come, calculated everything we've done, we've upgraded. Now you can't outrun a champion. Now you're facing one. Can you hear them? Yeah, it's all for us. You believe them? Yeah, it's serious. Hear the siren. We're victorious. I'm telling you. Can I get a hell yeah? Take a swing, I can take a hit. If we die, it's fine. We live for this. It's all for this. We're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights for the glory, for the glory. We celebrate with the city tonight. Hear the hometown cheer, it's the ultimate high for the glory. We do it for the glory. You're the chaser, I'm the eraser. I ruin your record, I'll back it, I'll break ya. I cut like a razor, so call the trophy engraver. I'm gonna get it, wait till I win it. God, I'm so glad to be in it. Can't wait to say that we did it. This is my life and I live it. Ready to give it my all when you fall back. Taking advantage of all that. Demons on average are so bad. Playing short and your team scratch. Time to assess all the damages. I knew that you couldn't handle this. It takes a man to stand up to the king, and unfortunately you were bandages. We're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights for the glory, for the glory. We celebrate with the
Thank you for allowing us to be part of your family. This is Joe Blomstrom and Lori Blomstrom, and behind us here is a picture of our son Paul, who is part of the sim racing family, and it's just so cool that you're allowing us to be a part of this, and we really appreciate you thinking of Paul the way you do.
We just wanted to thank you guys. We are so grateful you're doing this in Paul's honor. He really loves this community, and we are hoping that we can raise some funds for St. Jude's charity. We have a special place in our hearts for St. Jude's. They help kids, and we are really grateful.
Paul loved you guys. We miss him terribly. He was a great son, great guy, and made friends all over the world, including all of you. Thank you so much.
Paul, love to go fast, and I hope you guys do too. Thank you.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlights, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Every year, 400,000 children like Justin develop cancer. If he had been born in the United States, his chances of survival would have been more than 80%. But in his native Ecuador, those chances are much lower. In resource-limited countries, survival rates are below 30%. Where a child lives is the most powerful predictor of whether they will survive cancer. There are many contributing factors to the disparity in pediatric cancer survival rates, including access to life-saving medicines.
So access to quality medications is critical for the success of any programs at the country level or global. Children cannot survive, cannot have hope without proper access to essential medicines. This has been something that we have identified as a priority.
St. Jude has long been dedicated to improving pediatric health worldwide. Building on our established global ecosystem of collaboration, we are launching a transformative initiative, the Global Platform for Access to Childhood Cancer Medicines.
We are now able to tackle the rare pediatric cancers and make progress against those because we're working as a global community that will allow us to purchase generic drugs and distribute those to low and middle income countries at no cost.
The global platform works by creating a central procurement entity within the World Health Organization, the UNICEF, and the Pan American Health Organization. Then the governments engage to develop the production and the supply of these medications. And these are the medications that are considered to be critical and required for all children with cancer, wherever they are.
Today, essential cancer medicines are starting to arrive in 6 countries: Ecuador, Zambia, Jordan, Uzbekistan, Nepal, and Mongolia. These medicines, provided at no cost to local institutions, represent the first step in a long-term effort to reach 50 countries and treat more than 120,000 children in 5 to 7 years.
Danny's dream was that no child die in the dawn of life, and he was thinking perhaps about the United States, but I think in the back of his mind he was always thinking of a global landscape. And I see this as the logical direction for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to go and for the entire field of pediatric oncology.
The global platform is more than a lifeline for children like Justin facing cancer. It's a foundation for a future where all children have access to life-saving care. By working together, we are building toward our founder's dream that no child should die in the dawn of life, no matter where they're born.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in. Have we been waiting long enough, ladies and gentlemen? A whole week has passed since the final round of the Vegas Cup Series. We had 10 amazing rounds of racing from all of our viewers, and let me know if you can hear audio in the stream. No, Lander, I tend to have issues with this microphone at the start of a stream. Fantastic. At least that went right today. Welcome in, everybody. I see a lot of the races are in the chat here today, and that's fantastic. And, well, we're not going to make you wait too much longer here. We are going to finally make it official here, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to announce our divisional champions here from the Vegas Cup Series, our Pro Division, our Pro-Am Division, and our Am Division. But yet, that's not all. We also have an overall points champion, and this will be the racer that scored the most amount of points throughout the season, throughout all divisions and all racers, and this is the big kahuna prize, this one here this season. This is the Season 1 champion here at the Vegas Cup Series, the overall champion, the most points scored. And with the new point system that we implemented this season, we really tried to try and keep it intended so the championships stay nice and close, and we also tried to have it so that any class of driver can also win the overall championship here this season. So we're going to see how that all worked out in the end. But without further delay, let's get into what's really important here. Yeah, Nolander talked. He did. I just haven't brought him in yet. Bar, you are correct. So, I guess with that being said, this was a dual effort championship from Nolander, myself, and Fast Ginger as well here as content creators, plus a great administration staff and behind the scenes with the GT45 Gaming admin team and the Team Nolander admin team stepped in and filled some missing shoes that we really needed over here to really put this thing where it went to this season. So, first and foremost, thank you to everybody behind the scenes for everything they did. Well, obviously, we can't do this without them. All the overlay packages are compliments of the TDC Gaming, 10 Tenths Miss Devious, and Fast Ginger. All the forums and documents and behind the scenes, the registrations, all the links, the driver inquiry forms, everything that happens through Google Docs and forums is coming from Erica Canada from Team Rad. Of course, the ideas and the brains behind the operation here are myself and Nolander with the big idea. And we have our racing specialist with Lucas and Jakey, and behind the scenes the admin team to advise on settings for lobbies and things that we should and shouldn't expect with certain racetrack and car combinations. We can't do it without all of them. So, welcome in, Nolander, and wow, what a championship! What do you want to say before we make our first announcement here?
Oh, man, I just have to reiterate what you said, man. Thank you very much to everybody behind the scenes for all your hard work. Thank you so much to all of the racers who come out and made it also possible. Definitely can't do that without you guys. Without you guys, we have nothing. And thank you all so much to the viewers for coming in And also, thank you all very kindly for your donations to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. It's been just a blessing, and we're encouraged that it gives us reason and provocation to continue doing what we do. So thank you all.
And just with that being said, the total for St. Jude's, ladies and gentlemen, currently as it stands is $805 US. That's absolutely fantastic. We did set a goal for 2,500 this year. We knew that was a bit of an ambitious goal for the community as a small community, but we're not done with this yet, and we may hit that goal yet before the end of the fundraising effort. So with that being said, we'll have some more fundraising going on over the next few weeks, leading up into our all-star race. Unfortunately, we can't announce that all-star race for everybody yet. I'm still having scheduling conflicts, and until I get that date official, we can't make that official announcement. But we can tell you who our initial invitees to the all-star race is going to be from each division. So the way that we're breaking that down for everybody that's watching at home as well at our racers is we're going to take our top 5 pros, we're going to take our top 5 pro-ams, and we're going to take our top 4 ams. They'll all be invited to join us in the all-star event. And if any one of those racers obviously can't make the event due to scheduling, real life, or something else going on, we'll move down into the next place driver and see if they would like to take their spot. Something happens that we end up with an open hole, we'll bring in a special guest driver for the all-star race, someone that was close to Paul and the Bloomstrom family, something that, falls in line with what's going on. So we can tell you it will be a 3-race event, and it will be a blast, I assure you that. We'll have a word here at GT45 Gaming when the community really gets in behind the scenes in the chats with these events and has a bunch of giggles and laughs. These are called organized chaos events, and that's exactly what our all-star race is going to be for everybody. So you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be the most chaotic set of races you'll ever see from GT45 Gaming in a serious championship-style event. But well, you think they're ready, Nolander? I think they're ready. I think we need to talk about our pro division.
Oh, I don't know. I think maybe we should make them wait a little longer.
A little longer? Yeah, I don't think so.
Well,
I think we might have a mutiny on our hands pretty soon if we make it wait too much longer.
Oh, okay. No, I only said that because I was waiting on word to hear back from Jakey. Jakey is on his way to bed, so he won't be able to make it.
Did he say something? Okay, hold on. Let me make the
Yes.
since we already blew the announcement. All right, so in our pro division, ladies and gentlemen, and this was a very close fight all the way through the championship, and this came literally right down to the wire here in the pro division. I was very, very lucky to take on the pro division this season. There was absolutely spectacular racing, lots of different podium finishers, but at the end of the season, all things said and done, all the drop rounds factored in, all the heartache and all the heartbreak and all the heartwarming moments, it is going to definitely be ERA's Jakey. So congratulations to ERA Jakey for a pro division title here this championship season. And I got to tell you what, this was the closest finish out of the 3 divisions here this season as well. And, well, we're going to show you that here in just a moment's time as I bring the standings up. But it was a great battle. We're going to talk about this battle since Jakey isn't going to be here to give us his acceptance speech, and I'm not that surprised. He likes to try and avoid interviews, so that's all right. We love him. He's one of our lead administrators here. He's the head administration staff at GT45 Gaming as well, so we're pretty happy for him. The one thing I can say is that Paul was very close to Jake, and this means a lot to Jake. So, I mean, this is most likely probably one of those championships that Jake will never forget due to the meaning behind the championship. So congratulations to Jake, and congratulations to the whole pro division. We finished off with a smaller set of drivers here this season with 8 drivers on the grid at the finale, but I gotta tell you, small was mighty. It was a great set of races through to the end there, and you could see it was separated by a mere 1 point between Jakey and Team Rad Superboy, who came in, started as a pro-am in his first race, realized that he was definitely misplaced, moved him up into the pro division, and he continued on his path towards a championship. But unfortunately, he just fell 1 point shy here this season. But absolutely incredible season from Team Rad Superboy. Great drive from him as well. And our dual defending champion, Dylan, in 3rd place here this season with 374 points. Will take that final podium spot in the pro division. And boy, only separated by 5 points from 1st place to 3rd place. That's a great championship right there. JP coming very close in behind in 4th place with 372 points. And JSET with 369 points. The top 5 drivers will be our first 5 invitees to the All-Star event in January. So congratulations to them. ATB very close behind in sixth place. There were 346 points. Sheriff Doofy nipping at his heels with 343 points. Misdevious right there with 304 points. Doug Burrow with 285. Streeter Tom with 279. And then a couple of our drivers that didn't make many of the races this season. Roses with 121 and GT Jersey with 104 points. So massive congratulations to Jakey, and we are going to catch Jakey one of these days, and we are going to get a discussion with him about this. He is going to tell you guys and give his acceptance speech one way or another. I tell you what.
Like it or
Nolander,
not, Jakey. No.
anything to add? Would you like to add anything there, Nolander, as well?
No, we got to definitely get Jakey in here for sure. Jakey's definitely been a very large part of the community for a very long time. He's also one of our winningest racers that we've had, and so as much as he doesn't like to give interviews, we definitely love to hear what he has to say. So definitely be worth the wait.
Absolutely. All right. We got some ambitious drivers here today. I love to see that. All right. Come on, computer. You know you want to play nice. All right. So, congratulations to Jakey. And I mean, I think this is his third championship here at GT45 Gaming in the last 5 years now as well. So Nolander is definitely correct in his assessment there, as he is our current winningest most driver here at GT45 Gaming, and will receive a trophy for his pro championship win here in the Vegas Cup Series Season 1 as well. So congratulations to Jake for that. So let's go down to the next division, and this division has been spicy all season long. These drivers have showed a great amount of support and dedication and attendance here this season in the Pro-Am division. And I want to give a special shout out to one driver in particular here before I announce our champion. I want to give a special shout out to Team Rad's Eric of Canada. He is an administrator here in the series, and we were having a little bit of a numbers issue with the lobbies, and the only way to really get that full lobby with the two Am and Pro Am splits was to see if a Pro Am driver either could be moved up into the Pro division or ask one of our drivers just to sit out for the season. And before I even had to make that tough decision, Team Rad's Eric of Canada came in behind the scenes and said that he'd be willing to sit out the remainder of the season to keep the content flowing properly and to keep the championship moving exactly in the direction that we're looking to keep it in. So to Rad, Eric of Canada, much love to you, my man. We really appreciate that. And you know, that's a big step for anybody. That's a lot of respect shown there. He was super excited to get into this championship and race and show off all the paint jobs on his cars, but he made a bigger step by stepping back and allowing everybody else to continue to run for their championships and their point standings for the sake of what we're doing here at the Vegas Cup Series. I want to say a huge thank you to the Pro-Am driver, Team Rad's Eric of Canada, first and foremost, and congratulations to our Pro-Am champion, who is going to be the Pope Hat 398, aka Flak 87 on the streams, as you've seen from Nolander. I'm going to let Nolander take it from here because this was his bad boy, this was his lobby, and he definitely knows how this championship went down this season. So it's all on you, Nolander.
Well, I'll tell you all, from the get-go, and Flack knows this, I seen great things coming from Flack. Now, that being said, he had his hands full, and it was won just by very, minute amount, but with the likes of Oscar in there, Barr, uh, many good racers, and the battles throughout it was throughout the season was just exceptional. So thank you to all the drivers, but congratulations, Flack, man. Incredible season from you, man. You came out, you were on the podium every single race, won 3, I think, races.
It was between him and Oscar. I think they won like 7 races. Yeah, it was a pretty incredible battle between the two of them.
Yeah, it was either 3 or 4 races. I don't rightly recall, but I'll tell you, it was absolutely some incredible racing overall, and hands down, one of the best experiences that I've ever had on doing commentary. So definitely thank you for that. You've been a great competitor, and well deserving, man. Well deserving of the Pro Am Championship, man, for our first ever Vegas Cup Series. Congratulations.
If you are watching Flack, you want to jump into the Discord Vegas Cup Series channel, head down into the comms booth Discord chat there and jump in and come say a few words. If you don't want to, that's fine, but we'll give you a few minutes while we break down the standings in the Pro Am Championship and talk a little bit about that as well. So this was an interesting lobby this year. It started out as a Pro Am lobby by themselves, but then our Am numbers just weren't quite large enough to really house their own lobby in a sense and have another broadcaster really take his time when he could be broadcasting for another organization or doing something else for his page. So we decided it would be better if we could just find a way to get the numbers to work, that we put the AM and the Pro Am lobby together with Nolander. And I got to tell you what, it actually created some pretty interesting racing throughout the season. When you have multi-class racing, in a sense, multi-divisional racing like that, it makes things interesting because the AMs can show a pretty great pace with the Pro Ams. And in my opinion, from what I've seen this year, I mean, we don't really have a whole lot of AM caliber racers here this season. We have a whole large lobby of Pro Am racers. And I mean, that's what I seen out of this season. I mean, our AMs really showed up. They really mixed up the finishing orders of the lobbies. Maybe sometimes for the good, maybe sometimes for the bad. It depends on who you are, I guess, as the racer and the situation in each race. But it really provided for some great racing, and it's always a great learning experience for our AMs to be in a race with another division that's one level caliber higher, in a sense, so to speak, when it comes to the scaling, right, of racing. So, I mean, at the end of the season, every one of these drivers were absolutely flying on the racetrack, and the NERB did not deter any of these racers. And boy, I tell you what, half the AMs finished up in the top half of the field at the Nürburgring as well here in the finale. So, congratulations, really to the Pro-Ams and the AMs racing together all season long. It was tough. It was definitely tough out there when you have that going on, but it created a pretty interesting championship. And you look at the points here, it is the Popap with 397 total points, RA Oscar right there with 392 points, and 1010's Bar 27 with 381 points. And I got to tell you what, the fight between those three was feisty. It was definitely verbal and active in the Discord channel as well, and that's great to see. You know, it was friendly, it was competitive, and it kept the drivers very motivated to fight for tooth and nail for every inch of that racetrack this season. And it ended up being a great championship. I mean, we have Cupcake there with 370 points. We have Cobra with 369 points, just a point separating fourth and fifth place. And again, our top five there from the Pro-Ams will be our initial all-star invitees. So congratulations to those five drivers as well. Superman there in sixth place with 364 points. TDC Gaming right there behind him with 363 points. Chip Reese with 354 points. Egon with 334 points in there. As you see, Eric of Canada with 86 points, relinquishing his spot on the racetrack very early in the season for the sake of the championship. So much appreciation to him. Nolander, anything you want to add there as I go take a peeky in our Discord chat? We do have
Well, I
perfect.
just want to. Yes, we do. I was just gonna say, yeah, having the AMs join us in the Pro Am lobby was absolutely fantastic. I would like to give a big shout out to the AMs. You all raced incredibly. Um, and a big shout out to Insane Zane, man. You come in and you are racing in a league to where, I'm sure you felt out of your league at times, but you didn't miss a race. You came in, you gave it all, every single race, not an ounce of quit in you, young man, and we absolutely love to see that and love to see your improvement on your racecraft, on your racing awareness. Your overall sportsmanship is just off the top, young man, and we commend you for that. So well done to 10 Tenths Insane Zane.
If Zane's available today, we definitely want to talk to Zane, but we will wait here for obviously our champions to speak. We'll be calling on a couple of extra people to come in and have a chat here as well. So, but well said. So we do have our Pro Am divisional champion here sitting in the Discord chat. So Nolander, take it away with our champion.
All right, all right. Flack, howdy, man. Welcome, and congrats on your fantastic season you had here. I'm sure things were up in the air as to whether or not you thought you had it or whatnot. But regardless, the whole season long, you came in and just dominated, getting on podium every single race, winning 3 or 4. I don't recall. I'm sure you do. Tell us about your season as a whole and your experience here at the Vegas Cup Series. You must be muted, Flack.
He might have to go check his voice settings. You have a little cog wheel down in your bottom left-hand corner, Flack. You hit on that, and then you should see an input and output device source. You just have to change those.
Well, I just seen the mute come on and then go back off, so that's not the issue.
No, it's a setting. Nope, he's got mute now.
Yeah. Okay. So go into the settings and change your setting for audio. Go down the left-hand side, scroll down to audio, and then set your settings to whatever device you're using,
Yeah,
whether it's
input
headset
device.
or your phone or your input device.
It can even just be the speaker on your phone. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
We've had this issue in the past with this with Discord, but unfortunately, I was having some serious PlayStation audio issues today, which is where we were going to do everything today, but we had to swap over to Discord literally last second. So. All right, let's see if we can. I can't do anything to help him with it either on my end. Oh, there he is.
Hey, how's that?
There he is.
There we go. Now we can hear you, buddy. Good stuff.
Awesome.
Welcome
You
in.
know,
Welcome in.
I'm just trying to stress Mia out. I know she's waiting.
She's probably peed her pants by now, in all honesty.
Yeah. All right. So, by the way, it's set to push to talk in that channel. No, huge surprise. Honestly, I thought it was going to Oscar. I went back and I did the math in my head, and I thought it was Oscar. But no, incredible racing. With everybody, it was a great season. I loved having a full grid. So, special shout out to Eric. That for making sure we could have a full grid every single race, and yeah, no good battles on track. I go back and there was not a wheel set wrong by anybody, and special shout out to Bar on the highlights reel, Cupcake. We had a couple of good battles. We had a 1 or 2 times where you put the pressure on, and yeah, great season. Thanks for hosting. Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, on behalf of myself, GT45 Gaming, and my administration team, you know, we're obviously congratulations, and we're excited to crown you as our Pro-Am champion here this championship season, and especially in the Vegas Cup Series. You know, this is an important championship to the whole team and everybody racing behind the scenes, and you really showed some great skill and some great pace out there. I mean, you know, he's right there on the bubble of that Pro-Am tier here level, I think, at GT45 Gaming right now. So I definitely can't wait to see what comes out of Flock in the future. But, you know, Flock has been around the community for a long time, and not a lot of people probably realize that or really know who he is, because he's just kind of kept behind the scenes and just been doing his thing. You know, this is the first time he's stepped into the championships here at GT45 Gaming, but we've raced him plenty of times in our open lobbies and throughout the community over the last few years as well. So it was nice to see one of those racers come in and give this competitive racing a good go at it, and it turns out he comes in and puts in a pretty dominating performance here. And I mean, what a great battle that you were having with Oscar there and Bar throughout the season as well. And I mean, when you're in such a tight battle like that, for all 10 weeks of racing, you know, how does that drive you as you continue to go round to round?
Great question. So no, it was just a kind of the way I take every race is just be consistent, be realistic with my pace, and just run down lap after lap until we got to the end, and the points worked out in the end. So no tricks, just taking it one lap at a time.
Absolutely. Nolander, anything else you want to ask our man, the champion here?
Yeah, the season 2 for you. We're gonna see a comeback and see you back on there, and potentially with a move up to that pro division. How do you feel about that, buddy?
I'll definitely be back for sure. We'll see how my pace is next time. But no, looking forward to seeing if I can't put some pressure on that upper class.
Absolutely. Well,
Good stuff. That's what we like to hear.
absolutely, you read my mind, took the words right out of my mouth right there for sure. It's all about motivation. It's all about friendly competition and great racing with friends and a family vibe. And that's definitely what this community is. And I'm just glad to see that we've added another racer to the ranks here at GT45 Gaming, and one that we can put in the GT45 Gaming history books as a champion here now. So one-time champion, could be 2 or 3 or 4, who knows how long it goes for. But congratulations, Pope Hat, and we do want you to stick around here as well, as our next champion needs to stick around after the AM champion announcement and interview, because we still have the big trophy to hand out, and it is going to be between one of these two drivers. So sit tight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll make that announcement after our AM champion. So appreciate you, Flax. Sit tight, my man, while we talk to our AM champion, please.
We need to get our AM champion up in here, and I don't want to just say, obviously, who it is to get them in here, but what other choice do we have? Why don't you go ahead and just make the announcement?
All right, so our AM
And
divisional
we'll get them in here.
divisional champion, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a history breaker here at GT45 Gaming. This is our first women's champion here as well, and it's congratulations to Team Rad's Yu coming into the AM division, and it was right down to the wire for her as well here. The final race determined exactly how that all played out in our AM division. It looked like she was about 6 points out going into round 10, but then after round 10 came in and all drop rounds and everything were factored in, triple and quadruple checked, Mia does come out on top here this season, so congratulations to her, and we'll give her a minute to get herself into the chat and come and say a few words. And it was a tight run in the AM division between Mia, Williams, and Wiegleb. Especially those three were absolutely cutthroat tooth and nail fighting, rubber to rubber, door handle to door handle all season long for every point they could get against each other. Man, what a great AM championship that ended up being this season. And Nolander really got a treat this year. From his division, they really put on a show, and we're gonna show you guys all the liveries that were put on the track here shortly too, while we continue our discussions with our champions here. But here's the standings from our AM division. As I said, it was a very small division here this season. A lot of our drivers had at least Pro-Am or higher pace this season. And with the drivers that weren't quite at the wire for the Pro-Am, we just kept them in that AM division this season, let it all play out, see how their pace was. We did end up moving Flack from the AM division very early on in the season up into Pro-Am, because again, we realized that we definitely misplaced that driver, and he ends up being our Pro-Am champion. So there you go. But it is Yu with 381 points overall. Wiegleb very close behind with 376 points, and NRL Williams with 375 points. Now, you're going to say, hold on, but James has 375 points too, Ghost. You're absolutely correct, ladies and gentlemen. We had to go to a tiebreaker to determine who that third place driver was, and at the end of the day, the number one tiebreaker comes down to number of wins on the season, and NLR Williams had more wins than Rick James did this season, which places him on the podium and places Rick James in a very, very, very close fourth place, tied for 375 points. It's going to be Bubsy just shy of 363 points, and TT's Insane Zane, as Nolander was just talking about, with 339 points. TT Insane Zane is a 15-year-old young man that came and joined the championship this season. He comes with 1010 Start Cobra from the Pro-Am lobby, who finished there in P5 this season and wanted to come in and support St. Jude's, wanted to get into sim racing, and wanted to spend time with his dad, doing what his dad loves as well. So he was welcomed with open arms, and for his very first championship season, he's never ever raced in his entire lifetime. He doesn't even have a driver's license yet, ladies and gentlemen. He comes in here with 339 points at the end of this season. And Nolander said it best. He came in, he didn't miss a race, and he gave it everything he had. He didn't complain. He didn't argue. He took the criticisms and he took the lessons from the championship to whole heart and just continued to push to get better and better. And at the end of the day, he survived the Nürburgring only one lap down from the field, which was the biggest improvement I've seen out of Zane all season long. So congratulations, young man. You made it. That was a tough one. Nolander.
Yeah, that
This is your
in and of
baby.
itself, that in and of itself was a great accomplishment to only finish one lap down for Zane on the Nürburgring. That was exceptional. But let us get back to announcing, which I guess we already did announce, Miss UU, Rad UU, Team Rad, first ever Rad champion in the Vegas Cup, and also our first ever female champion in the Vegas Cup, and any
GT45.
No Lander Gaming or GT45 Gaming's series that we've ever done. First ever female winner. Congratulations, Miss UU. Tell us how you doing over there, hon.
She might have the same issue. Might be push to talk, Mia.
Yep.
Not sure why it's set like that.
Um,
I'm looking at it right now.
I forget where the push to talk option is. It's down in your audio options, I'm quite sure.
I'm gonna go see if I can change it here. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but just a misclick of permission, most likely.
She's left. She'll rejoin here momentarily.
Yeah.
There she is. Can we hear you now, darling? Not yet. Audio section on the left-hand side should be where the push to talk is, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm looking at the permissions right now, and it's not even an option.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe Flat can type in the chat where he found it, or just pop it back into the chat and let us know where you found that.
Huh. That must be a new thing with Discord, maybe. All right, she's got mute going there.
Yeah, the push to talk has always been there, but it wasn't something that you ever had, like it was only ever on if you turned it on.
Double check your input settings too, Mia. We'll give you a minute. It's all good.
Yeah, audio on the left-hand side, whatever, it go in and into that, and it'll show your inputs.
There's no role there anymore, Kat.
Oh, I heard a beep. Oh, that was something else. Okay. Set your input to whatever headset you're using, or your phone, or whatever it is. Anyways, while she's doing that, I'll just say a few words about that.
Hold on. I think I got it. All right, we should be able to hear her now as long as she's got the input device right.
Hello.
Wow, they changed the name of the setting.
Hmm. All right, so I shall continue. Rad Yu came in, did a qualifying run with no warm up whatsoever. Um, I personally knew, and GT45 Gaming also personally knew that she was quicker than what she qualified in. So we went ahead and gave her a second chance. On the second chance, she actually ended up doing worse than what she did on the first chance, I guess just trying too hard or whatever. But we went ahead and just went with it. And what it was, she ended up being in the AM division. And then when we combined the two divisions, she was up there fighting with the pro AMs, right towards the front of the pack some of the times, right in the middle some of the times. Other times she ended up beating the pro ams in the race overall. Came out and just put on a incredible show for us all. Really made the fellas work really hard. Uh, and I'm super proud of you, girl. I'm super proud of you. You didn't miss a race one. You gave it your all. I know you practiced like crazy. There she is. How you feeling, darling?
It says that she has a
You'll,
microphone, but there's a little do not enter type thing over the microphone, so it tells me it's an input
no,
device.
I can hear her now.
Can you?
But you got to turn down your stream in the background because we can hear the stream in the background.
Okay, I gotta turn her up then.
Hello, hello. Yes, ma'am.
Bear with here. There she is.
Yep.
Hello?
Hello, hello.
Oh, I've got to turn down my stream.
Yeah, you gotta turn down the live
Yep.
Is
stream.
that okay?
Yep.
I can't hear you guys.
Now it's your
I can't hear you guys.
output setting then.
Hello?
Well, you can leave the stream on in the background if that's what it takes for you to hear us, I
Yeah,
guess.
hi. I can't hear you guys very well.
Oh. All right, so we got an issue with the channel in the Discord. Noted.
Oh, now I can.
There we go. All right, perfect.
Good
All right, go
stuff.
ahead, Nolander. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for the technical
All right,
malfunction.
well, welcome. I'm glad we got that all sorted, and just a huge congratulations. Am champion and just a champion all around, coming in and working really hard, making all the fellas work real hard to be able to beat you. You and Barr had some incredible battles going on throughout the season, and you were right there. You fought at the top, you fought at the middle. Either way, you came out on top, and congratulations.
Thank you. I'm shocked. I just want to say a massive thank you for having me on the team. I want to say thank you to all the support that I've had from everyone. That's the whole of the GTRC community, plus Team Rad, all the people that have just stuck by and helped me. And yeah, Bar has basically been my push to go faster through the whole of this season.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. He's quite the racer himself, Bar is, and he's also very quick to try to come in and give any types of tips and tricks and whatnot he may have, to just always willing to help, as is much of the sim racing community. So we absolutely love that.
Just gotta give her about 15 seconds. I think that's about the delay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I just genuinely don't know what to say. I'm so emotional.
From GT45 Gaming and our team on this side of things, I mean, we've had lots of firsts here, and you get to get your name slated in one of those firsts as our first female champion here as well. Miss Devious has the crown of our first woman race winner, and a couple other titles, but you've got the big one. You've got that first female championship here, and that's important. As we're a multi-gender community, and we need to see it that way. It's a male and female sport, and the women can race just as good as the men, and you went out there and proved that this season. So good on you, congratulations, and I'm absolutely excited that it worked out for you at the end of the season.
And to add to that, that is the definition of rad, y'all. It's racing against discrimination, right? And so she's just really, like GT45 said, you come in and made that a point and has proved it. Women belong on track just as much
Yeah,
as
I mean, I
men,
will be
and young
back
people and
for
old.
the next season, definitely.
We'll give it a second to catch up.
Mhm.
The floor is yours, Mia. Any final words, darling?
Um, I just want to say thank you again. Honestly, I couldn't thank all of you enough for even having me. That's just it's unbelievable. Thank you.
Well, congratulations to Team Raz UU. You can find her over on Mia Skinner at YouTube there as well. She's live streaming almost every day. She's also hosting great events and great racing events with the community over there as well. So definitely go check her out over there. Go say hi and go join the community over there. We'll get involved in the racing. It's a great little community she's got started over there, and we definitely like to support our creators as they get started. So go say hi to Mia one of these days, please, from GT45 Gaming. All right, so I guess that means we've got one more big announcement left to make, and that's going to be who's the big kahuna, who is our overall champion here this championship season. And for those of you that have been keeping track of those standings that they've been sitting on the screen, probably have the answer to this question, but we are going to make that big announcement here in a few seconds' time.
Fantastic. Can't wait to let everybody know the results of your overall champion. This will be the champion who has overall gained the most points in the series. And this is why right here we were so excited about this point system, and we hope y'all can understand why now it has been done the way it's been done. And that being said,
all right, ladies and gentlemen,
go for it, brother.
the big unveil. We get a drum roll. Come on, let's get a drum roll from Nolander here.
Oh man, I can't do no drum roll.
All right.
I don't have my beatbox system going
on. It is going to be our Pro-Am champion, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a Pro-Am driver that takes the first annual Big Kahuna Prize. It's going to be the Popap 398, aka Flak 87, our Pro-Am champion with 397 total points scored this championship season after all drop rounds and everything considered, bonus points, and all the little fun things that were going on through the championship here. It is going to be the Popat 398, and his closest competitor was RA's Oscar in a very close second with 392 points, leaving Jakey and Superboy right there in behind Mia in third place as well. So it was very close, and it was very divided as well. We had two Pro-Ams, an Am, and two Pros in the top 5 for the overall standings here this championship season. We didn't make a graphic for that because that would have been 30 drivers long, and might not have been able to get it all to fit. So we decided we would just talk you through it all, but it is the Popat 398 who is going to be our overall champion here as well this season, and he is involved with a family dinner right now, so he is unable to come back and speak. But congratulations to Flak, and it's a storybook ending here at the Vegas Cup Series for the Popat, or aka Flak, because he came in, like I said, as a silent community member. He was always in the open lobbies. He was always just right. He was always there. but never really made a wake or made it, made himself noticed. And then he comes into the championship this season and absolutely has a great championship season, missing only 1 out of the 10 rounds this season for himself as well. So great job there by Flack87. And that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, seeing new faces, seeing new drivers coming in, and seeing new drivers succeed in their own ways. In this case, a dual champion here this championship season. So what's going to end up happening now is I'll reach out to each of our champions here in behind the scenes. Obviously, I'll have to get some information from those drivers, and we will get those trophies underway. Get the shops doing their things. So for our 2 UK winners, we are going to have somebody connect us to a shop in the UK to take care of that for you guys. So you guys obviously get that much quicker and much more efficiently. And then for our NA winners, we will take care of that from my end of the woods here in Canada and have those sent away here within the next few days. So congratulations to everybody involved. But I mean, at the end of the day, all of our racers are winners, all of our viewers are winners, and everybody that really took a part in this championship is you feel free to chat whatever you'd like to say, Flack, and we'll throw it out there for everybody that's watching. No, we have no problem with that either. I mean, there's
Absolutely.
just
I was just reading through chat myself just to make
you know,
sure.
we talked about it in the pro division finale race, how we got to this point. 18 months ago, we lost Paul Bloomstrom. It was a shock to the community. Nobody knew that he was even ill. I don't even know if he knew he was ill. It just happened. And, he lost his battle after a few weeks. And it absolutely shattered and devastated the community on so many levels. And it was hard. It was hard for the first few months, few weeks. The vibe in the community was down. Everybody was low. About a year from where we are now, I decided that this isn't going to end like this for Paul. There's just no way. It's just not right. This can't be it. So I just kind of started coming up with ideas, and then about 6 months ago, me and Nolander got together. We were just chatting. We were talking about a major championship. He has a couple of ideas. I had a couple of ideas. We were tossing some stuff around with each other, and this idea came out, and Nolander didn't even hesitate. He's like, "No, we got to pull the trigger on that." He's like, "What do we need to do?" So we got the teams together and Q 3 months ago. 3 months ago we started qualifying and split these divisions and 10 weeks later or 12 weeks later now we've got 3 champions and an overall champion. So it's been a great season. We've had great races. We've had a very good mixture of our dynamic weather here in Gran Turismo 7. We threw some oddball stuff at our racers this season. We threw reverse tracking at the racers this season. We threw in a track that a lot of the racers probably didn't even know it rained at. Into the schedule this season as well. We did have a mandatory rain race, which didn't work out in our favor all that well, but nonetheless, it was a really difficult season, great championship season. And at the end of the day, I think that all our drivers have probably become a little bit better, a little bit faster, and definitely a lot more experienced with the 10 weeks of championship racing that they've gone through. I mean, the pro lobby was a pretty dominant force of about 5 drivers that were always kind of fighting amongst each other up at the top 5, and then it was just a very strong mid-pack battle in the pro lobby all season long. And the pro lobby, well, we'll let Nolander talk about what he saw in the pro-ams this season.
Well, again, it was hard fought the entire time. And then bringing the AMs up in there as well made it even harder fought because again, the AMs, y'all, all of you guys deserve a big congratulations because you guys came in and really did an exceptional job. There was you couldn't even really make out a distinction that there were 2 different classes in the race, each race, and you mixing it up in there with the pro-ams. Oh goodness.
Williams, Weeglib.
Rick James, Weeglib, all of you guys just came in and raced your hearts out, and it was incredible and a joy to watch. Like I said, it was probably my favorite. Well, no, probably about it. It's the favorite commentary I've ever done for a season, and it's all on y'all. Like all of you racers and throughout all the classes. Thank you all so much for putting in the effort. for coming out and helping us to honor the Bloomstrom family and to raise some awareness and some money for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. You guys, y'all, every one of y'all, all stars in my book, flat out.
And you know, the best thing about this championship is we really just kind of pulled out all the livery restrictions for the most part this season. We pulled out the rule book on the liveries for the most part this season. We just kind of pushed all that paperwork aside. We kind of parted the seas on the livery requirements, so to speak, and we really gave the freedom to our racers this season. Not only the freedom, but we challenged our racers this season to come up with crazy retro liveries, child-themed liveries, your favorite cartoons, your favorite movies, your favorite TV shows, your favorite video games from, you know, the 80s, the 90s, the 70s. Yes, some of us are that old. That's just the way it works. And boy, oh boy, I tell you what, did the community ever respond? When I decided that it was going to be an open livery option here this championship season, I did not expect the response that we got from the challenge that we gave to the racers, and we're going to put that up on screen for everybody here to finish off the live stream, and we're going to just continue to talk about things and how the championship was going on, and et cetera, while that's all going on, so the viewers can see all those great designs and liveries as well from the community. Because when I put it all together here over the weekend for to get ready for the stream today, it was 108 different liveries that were submitted this championship season, which is by far a record in any championship season here at GT45 Gaming by a mile. So huge thank you to the admin staff again that had to go through and approve every single one of those liveries each and every week. But boy, oh boy, what a lot of fun it was. And we can't leave the stream here today without showing off all the hard work from the community. I mean, they put blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of love into these paint designs on these cars to really kind of show them who they are as a person while they're on the racetrack, racing for a family in need and a great organization like St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. So we're just going to throw that on here now in the background and let you guys take a look at some of the absolutely spectacular liveries that we had throughout our championship season here while me and Olander finish off the season. I mean, whew,
Yeah,
look,
the racers certainly didn't let us down as far as
no,
creativity goes on the liveries. They really did a great job, and you know, we had, oh goodness, everything from, like you said, from favorite movies to cartoons to video games to, you know, just
Halloween liveries to
childhood books. I mean, Snoopy to Paw Patrol to Jurassic Park. I mean, there was so many different ones, and y'all made sure to include the young ladies as well, which we're especially appreciative of. You
Powerpuff
know,
Girls.
yeah, I mean, it's just some super great work, and I want to definitely thank y'all for the effort that you guys put in on your liveries. They were outstanding, and we appreciate all the hard work in each and every one of those that were put in.
Absolutely, and we are going to compile all of these liveries. We're going to break them down into groups of liveries, essentially, and we're going to break it down into a voting contest, and we're going to dwindle down the, I think it is 98 good quality pictured liveries that we have out of the 108 that we could use to break it down. So we got 100 liveries, ladies and gentlemen, that we got to break down into one favorite livery for the championship, and that's going to be on you guys, the viewers, the racers, and the fans out there, to decide what that favorite livery is going to be. So give us a couple weeks to format it properly and get a good platform to voting for tracking and all that, and we'll get that out to everybody, and we're gonna find out, hopefully by All-Star Race, who our best livery of the season was here as well. So, with that being said, you know, absolutely great job to our racers. I mean, we couldn't have done this obviously without our racers, and it's very evident on the screen in front of us as we continue to go through just so many amazing paint schemes here from the St. Jude's Children's Hospital livery. Charity event or charity fundraising effort. I mean, these guys, they just absolutely sent it out, and I mean, it's not even showing them all to you. It's being very temperamental.
Streamer fun, y'all. Streamer fun.
Yeah, no, it'll go through them all eventually. But yeah, there's 100 liveries in the slideshow, so it may exceed its limit perhaps as well. So we may only get a little glimpse of them, but nonetheless, we will. Like I said, compile that into a format. We'll probably put it in groups of 5 or 10 or something like that, and have it voted down to 2 or 1 out of each group, and then put those groups up. Those quarterfinalists or semifinalists, how the numbers work out against each other to come down to one favorite livery this season. So you're only getting really a glimpse of what we saw this championship season on the racetrack. And I mean, Nolander, the Pro-Ams and the AMs really gave it their all when it comes down to the livery designs here this championship season. I think almost every one of those racers had a different paint job on the racetrack. So we break it down here. We had 30 racers this championship season, over 10 rounds of racing. That's 300 potential different race car designs that we could have seen this championship season, and the racers took full advantage and gave us over 100 great designs from all across the spectrum, from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and even current day. So it was really absolutely fantastic. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, tournament style bracket, something like that, ATB, you betcha. You betcha. And like I said, the slideshow I think is only picking about the top 20 of them that's in there, I think, right now to show you guys, which is
Starting to
unfortunate.
go through some more of them.
But
It's going through
yeah.
some more of them that we haven't seen.
All right. Well, I mean, great stuff. So for our racers, since it's mostly the racers in our chat right now, we'll make this announcement in the Discord server as well. We have had a driver forum put together through Google and through a Google document. So that has been posted in the announcements channel in the Legends Lounge. We'll refer back to that in the announcement here after the stream as well. And that is a way for you to anonymously go in, give your feedback, suggestions, what you like, dislike about the championship, and not have to leave your name or who you are about it. The only thing you have to do is leave your email, obviously, when you go into the document, but that is confidential information, and we don't actually see that part of the information. All we see is what you supplied to us within the actual document itself. So the feedback's really important. What the feedback does and has done since we've been doing championships here at GT45 Gaming is continues to allow us to build and mold championships to suit what the community desires, what you guys want to see out of racing, how you want to see the racing handled and done. Without those suggestions from you guys and gals, the racers, it's really hard for us to make those proper informed decisions and know if we're moving in the right direction unless we just kind of drop that championship and see how it goes. So the feedback is important, and the feedback has built the way that the championships are designed leading up to this point today. The way that we handle the championships and the organization of the championships and the rule book and everything involved around the championships comes right down to you guys and gals, the racers, the community. We started off just as some person running championships and have slowly grown ourselves into being a little more known as a championship organizer and better known as a commentator. But it's because of you guys and gals that is happening, right? So the feedback is important. We really appreciate the feedback, and we've opted to do it this way this season because I feel like the unanimous part of the forum is really where it's key, because then you don't have to feel like you're going to be called out on it or argued about it because maybe one of the admin team didn't like a suggestion or something like that. We've had that suggestion in the past, as a matter of fact, and we've decided that is the path moving forward. So the driver inquiry forum is really, really, really important to us as organizers and the admin team, and we appreciate all the feedback, whether it be good or bad, because at the end of the day it helps us build stronger, better championships for everybody out there. And so the viewers have something great to watch continuously as we continue to develop and drop these events as well. So that is very important. So we definitely encourage our racers to go and take part in that part of the postseason for us. And we'll get these liveries all compiled into more manageable file sizes so that the viewers can get a proper look and really see all the hard work and effort that you guys and gals put into helping raise money for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital this season and support the Bloomstrom family. I'm sure that if Bridget was here right now and was in the Discord, she would have lots of amazing things to say. And at the All-Star race, we will see if Bridget will come in and say a few words to everybody at the end of the All-Star race. Bridget is Paul's wife, if we're not sure, and she's been the behind-the-scenes 1,000% supporter of what me and Nolander have been doing here all season long. And thanks to Nolander and her communication, the Blomstrom family has been a very large part of this. So, Nolander, any final remarks?
Yeah, just to touch base on that a little bit, we definitely do want to say a big thank you to the Bloomstrom family for giving us your blessing to go ahead with this championship series, because it's really the the most that we could do um, as a community to honor Paul, and so for you guys to give us your blessing to do that, we're very grateful. And also, on the other note, with the feedback, guys, gals, it is not only very important for the structuring of seasons and series and the way they go, and to help us make improvements. But the other thing is we generally do want to have y'all's input. We want to know what it is that the racers want, because that's what we're here for. That's what we want to provide. We want to provide what the racers want. And so that was another reason why choosing to make the comments completely anonymous is that way we could really get the truth of how you guys feel. So please do. Good, bad, ugly, all positive, whatever it is you guys have to say, let us know, please, because we do take it into consideration, and it is implemented more often than not.
And that includes you
So
guys massacring the point system. It's okay.
yeah, I mean, it's all things that we need to know. Now, and I'm sure that now that the championship season is done and y'all got a look at the overall scoring and whatnot, I'm sure you have a better understanding of why we did it the way we did it, how it works, and all that. So we definitely do. We want to hear your guys' feedback on everything. On on car choice, on format, on length, on tracks, on the point system, everything. Let us know what you think was done well, and let us know what you think we could do a better job of, because
Mm-hmm.
without that information, we're just kind of going off what information we've already gathered in the
Exactly.
past.
We can only assume that
And
everything's good.
right. Like if you don't know that something is broken, you're not even going to attempt to fix it, right? And then
Absolutely.
at the same time, if something's not broken, then don't attempt to fix it. So all of
Exactly.
your guys' feedback is please, it's very important to us. If you guys took the time to race, please take the time to give us your feedback. It's really is important.
Absolutely. All right, so we will post all of the stuff that obviously our racers are going to need to see and want to see in the Discord server here over the next couple hours. We'll be posting the championships graphics so they can take that and send it out, make social posts and stuff that they want to do with that stuff. We'll put the standings out there, and yeah, I mean, we'll make the SLP finalization. Now, SLP may show something different than what the official results shown on stream are here, because we had a couple of complications with SLP this season. One being we had a driver that didn't get into the SLP community until very late in the season, and we couldn't back transition that driver into each race that they made. So we just had to make a modification to make the points work to add up properly. And secondly, we made a big adjustment to the base point system within the point system at round 7, which also threw a big wrench in the SLP program. So when I go to factor in our round 10 results in SLP and put in all the information that I spent all day yesterday and Friday evening sorting out and going over and double checking, SLP may not exactly add up to what I add up without manual adjustments, if it allows me to make those manual adjustments. So if anybody needs a breakdown of anything, please feel free to reach out. We've tracked all that information throughout the championship season, as I always do. You have to have a backup copy of everything because, well, we all know that tech can sometimes go wrong, but in this case, it wasn't SLP's fault, it was our fault. And if we had the base point system in play from the beginning of the season, that would have been added into the SLP algorithm, and of course, it would have been right bang on the money. So it is a human error on this part here, and we'll do our best to try and get SLP to reflect. But the standings that we've seen on the stream here today and the same set of standings that will be posted in the Discord server are the official final standings, irregardless of what SLP may show at the end of the season because of the complications we had with the setup of SLP. So, human error, not SLP error. It's a great site. We'll be using the site in the future. And as I mean, the big question is, what do we do now and what's coming next? Well, we're not going to be dropping a major championship here for probably a couple of months. It takes time to develop the championships. Obviously, we need time to organize and make the graphics for these championships. But we also haven't decided what platform we're going to run this next championship on, and we also haven't really decided a lot of things yet, right? I mean, it takes time. There's always ideas on the table, but it just means we're going to have some one-off events, and those events are going to be through Sim League Pros. So we'll be doing some racing on GT7, we'll be doing some racing on NASCAR, and we'll be doing some racing on Project Motor Racing, and we'll have some drop-in, no-commitment style events go on throughout a few weeks, different classes of cars, etc., etc. Just go have some fun and hang out and keep racing until we have the next major championship designed up. But in the meantime, we're going to take all that feedback that you guys give us. We're going to have a meeting in behind the scenes as a development team and administration staff, make any changes we need to make to the rule books, and fine-tune anything that needs to be fine-tuned. Take your feedback into consideration and see what we come up with in the next one. So it's all going to come down to really what Gran Turismo provides for us, say in 2 or 3 months' time. You know, maybe some things change in the game. We don't know, right? That's all big question marks. So we just got to take it as it comes at us here, and we definitely appreciate y'all. I mean, it's another great championship season, and I can't wait for the next one. What is it going to entail? Who knows? Maybe we'll go high downforce. You know, we've been playing with the LMP1s a lot lately here in the community. Maybe we'll move to a Super Formula Championship this time around. We did get the new Super Formula car in the game. Maybe we'll go play, right? You know, we just never know what's going to happen. So stay tuned for all that.
I do have some people actually asking about another Super Formula League, if we would consider doing one. And I can tell y'all people that there's nothing that we will not consider.
That's right.
So just keep giving us your ideas, and we're here to provide y'all with the type of racing that y'all want to do. So if that's something that y'all want to do, perhaps we can get together and make a spot in the Discords. Both myself and Rad Discord and GT45 Gaming Discord, and make a spot for future series event suggestions or something along those lines, so that y'all can have a place to put that stuff in there as well.
Yeah, something like that. Figured it all out. I know that I'm going to be tearing my Discord server apart here. So over the holiday season, GT45 Gaming Discord server is going to change quite a bit. We're going to tear the kind of server completely down. We're going to break it right back down to square one, bare bones, and we are going to rebuild the server in preparation for future championship racing. We want to make it more functional and more user-friendly, obviously. As you can see, we had the Discord chat issue here today. That shouldn't be something that's happening. You should just be able to jump into that chat and start speaking. So, you know, there's some things that are going on. The Discord server is old now. It's about 5 years old now, and it's time for a revamp. It needs a remodel. So that is going to be our task over the off weeks here during the holiday season, and behind the scenes we're going to break down the Discord server, prepare it for future racing and events. We have GT7, like I said. Now we've got iRacing's NASCAR, which the game seems to be doing very well, and it does have league racing potential. And we have Project Motor Racing as it continues to improve its game after release. It is also showing 32 car grid online potential as well. So we have 3 great sim racing titles right now to play on, currently available to us, that we are thinking about moving and having events on as well. So it could be a very healthy racing 2026 coming here from the GT45 Gaming and Nolander Racing communities. But We got lots on the horizon. We got the All-Star race in January. We'll make those announcements as soon as I have a solidified schedule for everybody. Again, that's on me. I apologize. I still am in a slight scheduling conflict at the moment between three things that all need to be scheduled in January, so bear with me on that. And I mean, what else can we say? Look out for regular content here throughout the weeknights, Monday to Friday here from GT45 Gaming, and some commentary and some just regular good old probably racing content on the weekend since we have some time and availability. Until we get situated in 2026, we'll go live. We'll talk about what's coming from 2026 here from GT45 Gaming. There will be a second running of the Vegas Cup Series on GT7 platform. We will bring it a little bit earlier in the year next year, or this coming year, I guess. We're probably going to drop it, say, mid-fall as opposed to late fall, so we don't run so close into the Christmas holidays. Try and maybe have it done before Thanksgiving weekend as well. Make things a little bit easier for our racers, but absolutely great racing from our racers. Great championship. I want to say thank you to Nolander and Fast Ginger for all the hard work behind the scenes on the comms. Nolander was coming in and doing a full championship season here this season, and this one meant a lot, and he absolutely knocked it out of the park there with some great pro-am and am broadcasts all season long. So if you missed any of the races, you can find them on the GT45 Gaming YouTube channel and the Nolander YouTube channel as well, and go check out the pro-am divisions and the pro races. If you missed some of the races, every one of them was a great race this season. They were all close, they were all tight, and there was lots of great moments in every single one of our races here this championship season, and that's thanks to our racers. So congratulations to everyone. Congratulations to Yari Jakey, the Pope Hat, and Rads UU for their championship titles, and congratulations to Flack for the overall championship title here from GT45 Gaming and Nolander Gaming. Nolander, final word.
I want to give a big shout out again to everybody behind the scenes, especially Mischievous, y'all. Y'all see the effort that was put into the graphics and whatnot. She did an absolutely fantastic job, and she put in, I mean, tens of hours on top of tens of hours, and really put in a good effort to really make this look good. And so that's a big part of why it looks so good, y'all. So just a big shout out to Miss D for that, and then again to the Bloomstroms for your blessing to carry on with this. To all of the racers, thank you all so much for your dedication and racing, and for putting on a good show for us. And thank you all so much to the fans out there. What's the point of doing this without the fans and the racers? So thank you all so much. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you on behalf of the Bloomstrom family. Thank you on behalf of St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital Foundation. And thank you on behalf of GT45 Gaming, Nolander Gaming, and Fast Ginger on YouTube. We appreciate all the support. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out for us, please. If you wouldn't mind, it's free to do. It helps us on the YouTube, and it's just going to push this content out to more people to see what great things are happening over here at GT45 Gaming and Nolander Gaming. It was a great season. Probably my best season ever. The championship meant a ton to me, and the community absolutely knocked it out of the park. I am absolutely tickled pink with how everything turned out here this championship season, irregardless of what happens next. And I can't wait to see what Vegas Cup Series Season 2 has in store for us. Whose family are we going to support in this coming year? Could be the Bloomstroms, could be a different family. We'll have to wait and find out. But Paul Bloomstrom laid the foundation of something bigger, bolder, and faster, with a sim racing event for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital every single year. So that is Paul's legacy. That is what Paul is going to leave behind here in the sim racing community, and that's because of each and every one of you that helped this season, whether you're a viewer, whether you're a donator, whether you're a racer or a volunteer member in behind the scenes. You all help build something bigger and greater, and you all help make a major difference in the world this holiday season. So good job to all of you, and have a happy holiday season. Be safe and keep those loved ones close. Hug them extra tight this season. Extra tight this season. Stay winning. You all matter. We'll see you next championship season.
I've got that lightning inside me, so no
cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire, getting stronger. This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made.